Hello folks, Now Creek Fly Shop here, rainy day Sunday, time to tie a few flies. So I'm going to do an intruder pattern here, but I'm going to be using turkey flats. We'll call it a flats intruder. I like it, orange, and I've got nano silk here, 12-aught, and I'm going to make a dubbing loop. Put in some Fusion's, what is it, Midnight. I want the dark underneath the orange, so put this in, spin it up, palmer it in, wrap it in, and then I'm going to, there we are, come on, get in there. I like to hook on my little hackle plier and I can cut my thread, get that tool out of the way, and I'll wrap the dubbing, and then I'll brush it out with a Stonefoot dubbing brush, which I really like. It's kind of cute. I mean, you can use a Velcro stick, but I like this, and I'm going to really power this up. Really power it up. I want to stack up that. Dubbing, make it into a strong bump. There we are, and then I'll slide it back a bit, and then I'll lock it in really good with this nano silk. This nano silk's pretty amazing stuff. It's made fly tying so much better for a lot of people. Stonefoot dubbing brush, as you can see. There we are. I like that dark color and a little bit of sparkle underneath. There we are. Underneath the first bump. This is actually a 2-bump fly. Tie it in from the tip. These flies really need to be sparse. You don't want to bulk them up too much. I mean, some people really bulk their flies way too much. A lot of the Yankees, they do that. They really have ostrich and lots of different colors of marabou and all that stuff. Well, if you want to be casting comfortably, the last thing you want to be doing is having a whole bunch of materials on that's floating along the surface instead of being where you want it to be, down low. There's sticking up. See what I mean about this turkey flat sticking up? Love it. Boom. Big cup. Great big cup. You can strip the one side if you want. Stripping the one side is nice because it helps you have less of a clump. I'll lock it in. Let's see if I can get that off without closing the scissor. There we are. I just push my blade through. Now let's just lock that down. Now I'm going to slide on my cylinder that slides right over this. There we are. Slides right over this tube. This is a small Scandi tube. Now this is going to be covered with material, so I'll just slide this on for now. Thread's going to go over it, no big deal. No big deal at all, actually. In fact, I think what I'll do is put just a dab of super glue there, just to help hold that cylinder from spinning later on when the fly is done. Whoop. There we are. Now I'm going to tie in my hackle feather, and I've chosen Surprise Orange. And I did not strip one side yet. Yeah, if you move that sleeve, don't worry about it. It will lock back down. There we are. And then I'm going to a light peach color chenille. And it's going to wrap right up and over. That's why I say don't worry about too much about that cylinder sliding yet, because pretty soon it won't go anywhere, like right now. And I don't care if I cover that silver That's fine. Let's do it the other way. Let's go this way. Wrap this way, wrap forward, wrap forward, wrap forward, wrap forward, and wrap forward, and then just lock her down. Now we'll take our hackle feather and we're going to palmer this through. We'll put a little bit in the back and then we'll just palmer forward. There we go. So we can see that peach color coming through, and we'll just bump a nice little bump right here. Now this bump can be used for a lot of things. And in this case, it's going to be a bump for our next layer of saddle hackle. No, not saddle hackle. Our next layer of turkey flat. It'll help just lift the fibers. And I'm going to strip this side. So I stripped the one side, and in this case it would be the left-hand side of the vein. So I build less of a clump up here. There. Take that off and start palmering. Sparse? Yes, definitely. Sexy? No question about that. Oop. There we are. Pretty neat, eh? I like that. Orange, of course, is one of my favorite steelhead colors. Definitely one of my favorite steelhead colors. Now I'm just going to put a quarter hitch on that, just in case. There. A little bit of Amherst will go a long way on this fly. Don't want much flash, don't need much flash. Sometimes you got to be careful laying this stuff in because it will actually hook. Nice, there's a nice one. If you notice, I'm just doing soft wraps for now, so that one just hooked. See that? You want it to lay so that it follows the natural curve of the fly. Like that. That's why those soft wraps are so important. You might have to force it a bit, like that. That's okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Very nice fly. Do this with rhea. You can do this also with dyed peacock, ostrich. Rhea can be palmered sometimes. Woo, look at that. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to undo most of my wraps. I don't know why I did that, but now I'll just come around and I'm holding it really tight with my fingers. I'm using thin thread, so it really doesn't matter that much. Now, at this point, I am going to just put a little tiny bit of super glue, just a little bit, because I'm going to lay in some jungle cock. No flash. I don't want any flash. Don't need any flash. Ooh, that's nice. One's hooked, but that's okay. Pretty sexy. Very sexy, actually. I'm going to put another whip finish quarter there. Super glue. So you see, there's a little bit of weight under all that stuff. There is, not much. That was an aluminum tube that I slipped on there, so it's not particularly heavy. I'm going to finish it off with a 1/4 inch dumbbell. No, not dumbbell, but a cone head, tungsten cone head. I don't want orange, I want some contrast on that, so I will put jungle cock. There's one. Soft wrap. And soft wrap. Soft wrap. There we are. There's one tied in. Let's do another. Again. Soft wrap, soft wrap, soft wrap, soft wrap, and then bang, bang her down. There we are. And this is where you need real good scissors. I've just got over an eye injury, so there. Super glue. Super glue. There you are, folks. There basically is your fly. I will now to whip finish, and it will go right into the super glue. Now, what's interesting is you can use a lot of different colors in here. You could have used pink, you could have used black, you could have used blue, chartreuse, all these colors. Now, slip on the cone. It's going to be a fuchsia color cone. Perfect. Perfect. Now I'll just cut that excess and push it back. I think I got a little bit too much there. Let's just see, I'll cut that again. There we are. Push it back. Up comes the lighter. And there you go, folks. Perfect. There you go, folks. Perfect. A little Intruder orange. Very shrimpy, very prawny. Perfect. Thanks, folks.